Hello there and welcome, my friends. Let's share a topic that really affects us all. It happened yesterday. I had a coaching call with a woman and we talked on interesting stuff. She said all the good stuff is right in front of her and she doesn't pick it up. And it was so obvious. All the good stuff right in front of her, but she didn't react. And this touches us all. If you say, not me, don't lie to yourself. We all have this strange thing happening in us. And when we got a little deeper in the conversation, she already said, I must really want to do this. Otherwise, I'm not doing it. I must really want to do this. And this is so interesting. We all have so many things we want to do, but we don't do it. What is happening? Even when we say, when I really want to do this, then I have the will. And when I have the will, I know I will succeed. But first, we have to be involved in this fresh will, this will that picks you and lets you make the thing. When the will once is there, we have the focus and then we go for it. And we know this. When we once have the will, the willpower, our magic energy, then we succeed. But why is the will not there? On the one hand, she wants to get all this. And on the other hand, she realizes that the will is not strong enough to go for it. And these were her words. I must really want to do this. But it goes deeper. And this is why I called this video Reasons Why You Don't Do What You Want. In ourselves, we realize this separation. On the one hand, we have the desire. And on the other hand, we don't start. We don't offer the will that brings you to action to get closer to the desire. On the one hand, we know our desire and we need our desire. Our desire is there. This should be our next place. This is nearly the only future that is ready for us. Just waiting that we make the first step. And to make the first step, we have to be full with the will, with the willpower to do it. And something in us, like a blockage, like a bridge that seems destroyed to go from one to B. And this is deeply rooted in our subconscious mind. And believe me, we all have this. Some people more, some people less. Sometimes we have it, sometimes not. It depends on the topic, on the situation, but we have this. And this has something to do with our self-esteem. And the answer seems so simple, but is so powerful. We think we don't deserve this. You heard right. We think we are not good enough. We are not ready enough. And when there were mistakes in the past, and everybody makes them, we blame us unfairly. We don't show kindness to ourselves. We punish ourselves as we were once punished by another person. Sometimes these are the parents, teachers, friends, doesn't matter. They made it with us long before, in the past. Sometimes we don't even remember the time. Sometimes we remember very well, but sometimes we forgot this. But we are still hurt inside. And as we are programmed by these people, we adapted to this program and we are continuing the same program, the same paradigm. Sometimes these people are not even around us. Sometimes they are even dead. And we are still following the program. No, this was not meant for me. I can't do this because I don't even know the reason, but there's a big reason. Therefore, I can't do this. And therefore, I don't pick it up. I don't receive it. Therefore, I don't develop this strong willpower that leads me to my desire. If we once establish the willpower, then we can do it. And we know this. It's nothing about knowing. We know this. But even if we know this, we don't do it because there is an inner frontier, a blockage, rooted in our subconscious mind with lots of roots in so many areas. But we can do this. It takes a little practice. First, we have to realize this. And then we have to understand, yes, this is really what happened. And then we can use a technique, a practice. We can neutralize this just by repetition of an affirmation. And I made this affirmation for you. I will show you the link. By the way, I made a lot of affirmations. I'm filling up my affirmation playlist on my channel. And you will like them. And even better, they are free. No, they are not free. They take your time. They take your time. You have to sit down, get your headphone, close your eyes, offer the time, listen to the affirmation over and over and over. And this is your practice. And while listening, even if it's boring for your conscious mind, this is boring. An affirmation, always the same sentences. This is boring for the conscious mind, but not for the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is learning. Oh, something new. I didn't know this before. Therefore, I have to learn this. And we all know learning goes by repetition. Think on learning a musical instrument, vocabulary, when you learn another language. Repetition is the thing. And by listening to the affirmation over and over, you change your paradigm. And then you can neutralize this thing deep in the subconscious mind that gave you handcuffs in the past. And when you're free, you can say, wow, I have the power and I have the desire. I do it. We have to be free. We have to be free from emotional programming, whatever is happening in any part of our subconscious mind. But this is the only thing to get rid of this. Okay, it takes time. You can't swallow a magic pill, but believe me, when you give yourself this time, you will change drastically. And this is fun, because when the paradigm is once shifted, things happen automatically. And this is what we want. Success should unfold naturally. And this is what happens. Because until now, it happens. The negative stuff happened naturally. And this is not what we want. So we have to switch the paradigm, to shift the paradigm that the good things are happening naturally. It's always in our hands, in our thoughts, in our awareness, in our mind, and then in our hands. Yes, and this is so much fun. So, I made the affirmation. I already uploaded it. You find it here. And then enjoy. And we'll meet us in one of my other videos.